Campus Tour crew, welcome back everybody here on our journey to get a win with every single team in College Football 27 Road to the College Football Playoff game mode today, featuring the Michigan Wolverines and their nasty offense. They were requested by, let me pull it up here, both Taxi Cab in the Discord and Schemes4563 here on YouTube. Thank you guys for that suggestion. If there's a team you want to see here on the campus tour sooner rather than later, make sure to leave them down in a comment below. There'll be a pinned comment showing pretty much what our schedule is, all the teams that have already been requested, and all the available teams. So anybody you want to see, make sure to let me know about it. And also a special shout out to the newest members again here on the channel. I'm blown away that I have to do this every single time. Thank you guys so much for the support there. DeMarcus Games, Carlos Delgado, probably not the Toronto Blue Jays legend, but it'd be pretty cool if it was. Either way, shout out to you, Carlos. Thank you. I'm going with Yao for this name. It's J-O-U, the Japanese pronunciation Yao. I'm going with that one. And Goobertown. So thank you all for becoming the newest members of the Campus Tour crew. Starts at just $5 a month and is by far the best way to help support this channel, everything we're trying to do here in College Football 27. So again, massive shout out to you guys and all the members here on the channel. Truly, greatly appreciate you guys. So let's get into this freaking Michigan team. We went over their playbook in depth. What was it? It was very shortly after the game came out because I knew this was going to be nasty. I was very excited for it. And my goodness, does it far even surpass what I could have potentially thought it was going to be. This offense is the most toxic offense in College Football 27, in my opinion. I mean, of course, you got West Virginia with that power eye. Tight's going to be right up there. But once you get some faster quarterbacks like in Ultimate Team, don't be surprised to see more and more people running this Michigan offense. My goodness. Now, of course, it's very similar to what Utah had last year, with Kyle Whittingham coming over to Michigan. All things considered, with how everything went down with the Wolverines at the end of last season and that whole story, it worked out pretty good that they were able to get Whittingham in, the OC from Utah, the defensive coordinator from BYU. Now, of course, Michigan this year has an incredibly difficult schedule. Like, it is brutal. But I expect this to be one of those years where the team's going to look better, but the record might not show it just because that schedule is insane. But Michigan is not going to be an easy game for anybody. It wouldn't surprise me to see them pull off a pretty major upset or two along the way. I'm pretty all in on this Michigan squad this year. And starting with this guy, I mean, Bryce Underwood, 6'4", 230 pounds. Didn't show a ton last year, I felt like, in real life. But I do think there are enough flashes where you can see the potential there. I mean, he was a freshman last year. He's going to be a sophomore this year. High hopes for Bryce Underwood. But in the game, 83 overall, 87 speed, off-platform, and mobile dead-eye with that size, with this playbook. Just about the perfect quarterback. I mean, Devin Dampier with Utah last year was a really good one for this offense. Bryce Underwood is disgusting. Then at halfback, you actually have a choice of who you want to do here. I end up keeping Jordan Marshall as our halfback one. I like the elusive bruisers, especially in this game with how many broken tackles you get, how many stiff arms you can get. Having the bulldozer armbar downhill on a 90 speed halfback, I'm taking that every time. But you also have Savion Hyder. At least that's how Google is telling me it's pronounced, so I'm going to go with that. Savion Hyder, the silver human joystick in 93 speed. Also a very, very good option for you. Can't go too wrong with either one of those guys at your halfback. This Michigan team is really good in the game this year. Wide receiver wise, Andrew Marsh, an absolute stud at wide receiver one. Cutter, double dip, spin cycle, jukebox, 6 foot tall, 92 speed. The guy's unbelievable. Then Jamie French. I just like to say it like it's a little stutter there. 6'1", 185, jukebox, 91 speed, 92 speed on Marion Stewart with escape artist. Still not sure the point of why all the gadget receivers have escape artist. I believe that's just for in the pocket, but maybe some gadget at quarterback type packages you could do there with Stewart. And then even Travis Johnson, 6'2", 91 speed. Like, the team is stacked. You have a corner with 92 speed you could throw in there if you wanted to, but your receivers are good enough. We don't have to worry about that. Tight end wise, we do make a change here. I start Hogan Hansen as our tight end one. He's 6'5", he's 83 speed. Your usual starter, Zach Marshall, 6'4", 80 speed. So we get 1 inch of height, 3 more speed. We'll go with that at our tight end. Offensive line, going to be solid across the board. It is Michigan after all. A really good center in there. A lot of screen enforcers, which I honestly didn't even look at this before playing our game. Or maybe I would have tried a screen pass or two, but I've never really been big on those. Defensive line, actually not the best. I mean, you do have this John Henry Daly. Option disruptor, outside disruptor, inside disruptor, pretty much all run stopping abilities. So we're actually going to move him to rush D tackle, but we'll get to that in just a second. Linebackers, we do have one that plays, but let's just go to corners where we have Mr. Hill here, 6'2", gold knockout, jammer, blanket coverage, silver ball hawk, 93 speed. Unbelievable corner number 1 here. And then Smith Snowden, only 5'10", which is a little bit shorter than I like for a corner, but 92 speed, jammer, and blanket coverage. With how good press man is, you could 100% do it here with Michigan. I do wish we had one more because I do like to run a lot of nickel sets. So if we had 3 jammers, I'm much more tempted to run man coverage than just 2. And then Shamari Earls is going to be our slot corner here, 6'2", 91 speed. I mean, it is a tier 2 team. We expect them to be pretty good. This team is very good. Free safety, we are actually going to start strong safety, Kanoa Winston with a bronze blow up, 92 speed. And at strong safety, we're going to have Taylor Tatum, 5'10", 93 speed. Now, while we have Winston starting at free safety, usually it's Rod Moore. But he's got platinum blow up and hammer, so we want him down to be a sub linebacker for us. And I didn't love our other options at free safety, and we had Winston just kind of stuck, not doing anything. A guy with 92 speed and blow up, we got to get him on the field somewhere, so we'll start him up at free safety. So the specialists, these we actually changed quite a bit here for the Wolverines. At rush left end, we are going to move up. I'm not going to try this guy's name, but 6'7". 6'7", you'll see that a few times, with silver quick jump is going to be our starting rush left end, starting rush right end, Carter Meadows, that one I can do. Bronze quick jump, 6'6", pretty gross. So then John Henry Daly, we're actually going to move to rush D tackle. With those abilities, I think it's going to work a little bit better to have him coming from the inside, so he's going to be one of our rush D tackles with Trey Pierce and another inside disruptor. So our defensive line, this is how I love to set up a defensive line. We have our quick jumps on the outside, we have 2 run stuffers up the middle. Loving the looks of this Michigan defense. So then for sub linebackers, we're going to have Rod Moore be one, and then Will linebacker, 85 speed, Nathaniel, 6'1" with a silver knockout. Slot corner, I believe, Shamari Earl. So that's how we're setting up Michigan. I love this team. I really love this team in this game this year. So we have pretty much every toxic offensive formation you can imagine, except for that power I tight. But we don't go to any of this in the game, but if you wanted to, you have 7 versions of Wildcat with this Michigan team. It's preposterous. You got some strong eye H-wing. Again, with how good running the ball is, you'd probably call this for a whole game and be totally fine. But let's just focus. Oh, and actually, before we get off the toxic stuff, you have F-twins over and F-twins over weak in this offense. But the main formations we are going to be in for this one is going to be, I mean, they've got so many good formations, but I really do like the looks of this tray open, specifically this QB RPO right here. RPO alert, draw, stick. Again, if you're feeling nasty, if you're feeling a little toxic, keep calling some QB RPOs because they are still very good in the game this year. So what I like to do on this one is we just take A and throw him on a streak. And all I'm really looking at here is if A is getting open, because if the guy above A is following him, that usually means there's not enough people down to play the run of Bryce Underwood. If it's a zone coverage, they're almost always going to drop back and it's just going to leave him wide open. So he's sticking on that. There's not enough guys down here. We can just take off with Bryce and go take our 20 yards on that QB RPO. I'd like to get one where they actually do drop off, but again, just proves the point. They even sent a blitz that time, but because they stayed on him, we just keep it with Underwood and take our yards. So that time they kind of dropped down, had some weird rotating coverage. We see them drop off of A, we can just go ahead and throw that. A disgusting QB RPO. Now, a thing I have noticed in the game, I don't know if you guys have, there's a big difference in the QB RPOs that have a guard pulling and ones that don't. So let me find one that has a pulling guard here, because I really feel like they play very differently in between those two. I know there's some in like the wide tray open wing, should have a couple here. I mean, this one's really good too, that RPO alert QB blast. Again, same idea, just seam streak up the right. But yeah, like this one, RPO alert QB power. So this is gonna have that guard pulling, and I really just feel like these aren't quite as good as they were because, oh, of course that one's gonna work perfectly. A lot of times that guard that's pulling over just is a little too slow and he can't actually get out to where he needs to go and make that block. And I mean, this one's actually, because it's our tight end in the backfield, it might work a little bit better. But, oh yeah, see, that one worked nice. But what was I saying? Yeah, the right guard is very slow to get over on the ones where he's picking up that left edge. Now, out of this formation, a lot of times it looks like it's our tight end, which is great. But let's see if that, see there, we just got lucky as that guy dumbed out, which happens a lot on QB RPOs too. The defense just dumbs out against these. Super toxic, nasty way to play. We don't spam them in this game. I think I called 2 just to kind of see how they worked, but we can see that pulling guard just gets caught in the traffic, not able to make a block, not able to do anything, but number 18 is just a moron, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Let's find one with a halfback back there and try to explain what I'm talking about just a little bit better. Actually, we can stay in the same formation, the wide tray open wing, is because they have one that is exactly what I was talking about. This RPO alert QB power weak. So this one now they're going to be pulling to the opposite side, both our guard and our tight end who's in the backfield there. You can see on this one, our guard is supposed to be picking up that right end. The tight end's going to go out and get the slot corner. The guard is just, he never gets that edge, ever. Never, ever, ever. You can try to just take this as a run, like kind of more up the left, but that edge is almost always coming through. We got lucky that time because that edge actually just dropped back into a zone, which that works for us. But if we just try to take this, anything with that pulling guard cannot get to that edge. So I'm avoiding those QB RPOs. Stick with the ones where they're just hat on a hat, go after the guy right on you. But let's go back to this tray open formation because I do think this is, outside of the QB RPO, still a very good formation. You have a good quarterback run in there. You have an inside zone, but you've got some really, really good just stock pass plays throughout here too. Wide drag dig, anything with a mesh involving the halfback. One of those guys is getting open, either your tight end there or your halfback. That Y corner, really good man beating play, very similar to a level sail type concept with the back-to-back in routes over on the left. Obviously, it's not exactly the same, whatever. X drag, you got a mesh in here. Power read, that deep post is a nice looking play. So this tray open to Michigan, we like the looks of. Let's go to the front of the playbook, and we are going to spend a little bit longer going over this playbook because the game doesn't go quite as long. But we've already been going over this for quite a while, so we'll start moving here. There are 3 variations of doubles I think are all very, very good. You got 3 with the different motions coming in over to the right there. A lot of decent different runs. I don't love the runs in doubles offset though. I like a lot of the passes out of here. But of the 3, this is definitely my least favorite. You do have one inside zone, but other than that, you have power G where you're kind of just running right where their guard is pulling from. You have an outside zone. Counter runs, I feel like never really work great in this game either. You got some doubles Y off, some 3 different halfback motion plays, a little wide receiver screen out to the left. If they're not reacting to that motion, easy way to get numbers out to that left side. Some design QB runs. We're going to see those in quite a few of the different formations. I think we go to a couple of different doubles formations. I don't remember exactly which ones. Wide trap, also a very good run here out of the doubles Y off. Then you have doubles Y flex offset. So it's going to be the same personnel, but your tight end is now unattached from the offensive line. And is out a little bit further kind of as a slot wide receiver. Double post, unbelievable, just stock pass play, ankle smash, very good. Z spot, fork wheel, a lot of good things between the doubles formations here of Michigan. And then the biggest selling point to me for Utah last year, for Michigan this year, is their variations of empty. Where we have empty chips to tight end, you have empty ace trio, empty trips Y off, empty Y off trips. I love me an empty formation with a tight end attached. If somebody is coming out and trying to send 6 because they see you coming out in empty, easy, just block your tight end, take care of it, let your guys get open downfield. So between these 4, I mean, this is pretty much the exact same as empty chips from last year for the most part. You still got the flood play in there, which is fantastic. Dagger, I mean, almost the exact same. They just call it empty chips to tight end this year. Empty ace trio. I mean, some really good stock pass plays in here too. Some different escort motions and things, but like that, these three all look really good. Just come out, snap the ball. That tight end cross would be really good against man coverage. The return routes, whip routes, all the way back this year. Those are fantastic against man, unless they jam you right on the line. Shout out to Seeve, by the way. If nobody watches Seeve on YouTube, Seeve. All he runs is 5 wide empty and can really teach you a lot about what kind of routes beat man coverage. That's where I've learned a lot about college football 27 from watching him. So the empty trips Y off, again, fantastic, just stock pass plays with the tight end attached that you can block. Depending on the look, the defense is giving you, and same thing with empty Y off trips. So that should finally cover everything we've got to cover here. This Michigan playbook, I could talk about it for hours. I could sit here for hours and hours and just talk about this Michigan playbook and this Michigan team. I absolutely love it. I think it is probably the best team we've used so far in Campus Tour, and one of the most unique, fun playbooks we've used so far in Campus Tour. A lot to like for me with Michigan, but let's just take it over to the game. It did take us about 7.5 minutes to find our round 2 playoff game, but eventually we did get one, and we, fittingly enough, take on the Utah Utes in the Orange Bowl. Let's get to it. Unfortunately, I just don't know if we're going to be able to even find a playoff game with the road to the CFP bugs going on. I don't know if there's anybody in the playoffs. I'm not sure what exactly to do. We're trying to find a game here with Michigan, but it's just not working for us. So I mean, we do have the option to just reset our season, which maybe that's what we're going to have to do here and just abandon our chase for a national championship. I feel like that might be our only option. I'll try this one more time. If we can't find a matchup, that's just what we're gonna have to do. Oh, we did end up finding a playoff matchup. Took us about another 3 minutes or so. I don't know. It's kind of a problem, game's been out just over a week at this point, and we're struggling to find a game, but it is going to be somebody's national. No, the Orange Bowl taking on Utah. Fittingly enough, the Utah Utes, now we're Michigan with the old Utah coach, with that old Utah offense, taking on the OGs here. This is going to be the Wolverines taking on the Utes. I don't know. We'll see if this guy's got any national titles. He's probably still going to be in recruit. I mean, Utah's still a good squad. I haven't really looked at their playbook a ton, but I know they still have Dampier. They still got some really good players over there, so not an easy matchup for us, but we're in the playoffs, be tier 2 against tier 2, both very even. Pass and run, we're going to be running the heck out of the ball here. Let's go blue. He's coming out in some double stack. I'm just going to go straight to our Tampa 2. Worked so well for us last game. We're going to give it another shot here. Double stack with... Oh, what in the world? Oh, I got stuck. Let's get right over here, then come down and make a hit. Come down and maybe make a hit. Accidentally trying to do a little bit too much there before the snap. Ends up getting us in trouble a little bit. Let's get more over here. I'm going to come try to fly down here with boating. Just make sure we're taking away anything quick and easy to that 3 side. And there, that stunt comes in. And I did change our... So we have, instead of a contain now we do an El Paso, to try to help take away the outside runs here a little bit too. I mean, we can probably, maybe we guess pass, but against Utah, I'm never too confident in doing that. And overthrown by Dampier and right off the safety's hands. I mean, we got a little lucky because it was a bad ball. But man, do I wish we were able to come down with that one. Still though, a good start for that defense. Getting a quick 3 and out. Still going to always come out and punt safe. Never trust anybody in these dirty streets. God, punters just... Man, punters hit it down there in a long way. But we'll take it. Nice 3 and out. Now let's get this Michigan run game going. I'm not going to go straight to some QB RPOs. But we are going to go to some QB RPOs at some point in this one. We're not going to spam them. We're not just going to focus on those. But it's going to be a heck of a lot of them. Well, not a heck of a lot. It's going to be a decent amount of them. These using that edge. Oh, I should have just kept going. I was looking for a cutback, actually, over to the other side. We didn't even need it. We could have just taken that all the way outside. But overall, I do like this tray open formation Michigan has got. So we're going to mainly be basing things out of this. You know, a couple quick drags, got Marsh on that deep dig. Of course, we have the speed of Underwood. Got our halfback just wide open right on over the middle. Just throw some stiff arms in there, Marshall. We keep our big boy Marshall back there. Hopefully break a few tackles for us. Do we just let's just try one. Let's just try one right now. Try one right now. RPO alert, draw, stick. Try our first QB RPO. If he's in man, we pretty much got to hope a running lane is open. If he's in zone, hopefully we can go to Hanson here. Running lane, there's one. We'll take that with Bryce. Take that for a gain of 9. Nice and easy there. Let's go back to an inside run. I mean, it definitely seems like he's been calling more man than not. I mean, you're not going to stop Marshall from picking up a yard. Just not going to be able to do it. And, you know, with this Utah playbook, we've got a lot of really good gun doubles formations. I love the gun doubles. That was in Utah, now in Michigan. Really good just stock plays. Some good stock runs in here, too. Big one down, pass lead down and away to B, and cut our way up there. French Jr. takes it all the way in. The Wolverines striking first in the Orange Bowl. Gotta hit him. Gotta hit him with that 6-7. Defense gets a stop. Offense right down the field. Good start for the Wolverines. And so now he's going to a little bit of a trip, so we'll go to some cover 6 here. Still keeping our stunt. Probably just looking somewhere quick down here. Try to just blast the goddamn pier there. That's fine. Let's actually go... Oh, I am in shambles here. I kept our match by accident, but the corner flies on down there to make a tackle. Keep him to a 3rd and 3. See what we're going to go to here with Utah. I think we actually had the El Paso stunt there, maybe? I don't even remember. Who can say which one I picked? It's impossible to say. We'll go with our Tampa 3 Texas. Texas over here. We'll get on our slot corner Earls. Try to watch. I could move those clouds down one. I don't hate that idea. Just need our guys to get in there with that Texas stunt. Take away those inside runs. Things we love to see. Yeah, I'm going to bring these flats down. I have them set on 10. I'm going to bring them down to 5. And oh my word. Goes for a screen. And the Michigan boys fly in there to bring them on down. Turnover on downs. Michigan with a rock. Let's try our QB RPO again. This might be cover 3, so it might actually leave Hanson here up this right seam. He's got single high. He's pressed in the slot. Let's see. Nope, it is man, so we can just go with Bryce. Oh my goodness, look at the blocking downfield. I said... We reviewed this Michigan playbook a few weeks ago, and I said I think this is the most toxic offense in the game. And I think we're seeing it. I think we're seeing it right there. The pancakes downfield. Bryce Underwood just takes off. Touchdown Michigan. 50 seconds left in the first, up 14-0. Now he is going to some 5 wide here. Oh, well, some network issues. See if he can recover here in time. I'm still going to do our Tampa. But I did it out of nickel wide that time, because I do think that helps. It might help the Texas stunts come in a little bit better with them being in a wide set. So we're going to give that a go here. Move Earls in. Move you up just a little bit. And then we get stuck, and it's fine. Oh, go get... Once they bounce off that first one, it's like... but you see blood in the water. Let's go try to get them. Earls, you got to move in just a little bit here. Our stunt is nowhere to be found. Didn't even get it off there. We're going to keep just a regular contain. And we're going to drop right back to that backside slant. Get the user pick. Can we take it outside? Can't let this all... What an angle. What an angle by that offensive lineman to be able to force us out of bounds there. But this Michigan team might just be a 1 quarter and done here. 97 yards of offense to his 6. Force multiple turnovers. That defensive line flying all around. 10-minute wait to get a game, and it's over. Just like that. But hey, we'll take what we can get. I mean, we saw all we needed to see with this Michigan team. Those quarterback RPOs are still absolutely disgusting in the game this year, especially with being able to hot route them like we saw in that tray open formation, hot route that seam streak. If they stick with it, typically you're going to have room to be able to run with your quarterback. A lot of times, though, that's really only if they're in man. If they're in almost any sort of zone, they're going to drop back. You can throw that seam streak. Their run game with a 90 speed elusive bruiser is absolutely filthy. And that defense kind of spoke for themselves on that one. So that is Michigan done. That is Michigan off the board. Doesn't get much easier than that. That leaves us a national championship game, which hopefully we will be able to find with the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Fingers crossed on that one. But I will see you guys then. Until then, take it easy.